Are you? I know you don't typically see me on Mondays. I won't be able to be on tomorrow, so I'm having to come on today. Hopefully, you'll see this live. If you don't, then I'm sure you will see the replay. I thank you so much for watching the replay and also for sharing it with everyone that you can, because it's important to get the message out there about health and wellness, right? It's something that we don't have enough of, we don't hear enough of, and we don't have a lot of people out there doing research and trying to get all that information to us that we really need in order to be as healthy as we can be. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is to get information that I've done research on out to you so that you will be able to see what it is that you need for your own health and wellness. So, today I'm going to be talking about a subject that, to be honest with you, I've kind of heard of, but not really. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So, let me go ahead and get this started for you. All right, so let's get started. We're going to talk today about GABA GABA do. Well, there's actually no such thing as GABA GABA do, but there is such a thing as GABA. So, what is GABA and why or is it really important for our health and wellness journey? So, GABA, and there is the name of it. If you want to pronounce it, you go right ahead, is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. It lessens a nerve cell's ability to receive, create, or send chemical messages to other nerve cells. Many medical conditions are associated with changing levels of GABA. Multiple medications target the GABA receptor. Let's examine GABA further. As we said, GABA is a neurotransmitter. It's a chemical messenger in your brain. It slows down your brain by blocking specific signals in your central nervous system, your brain and spinal cord to be exact. It's also known for producing a calming effect. It's thought to play a major role in controlling nerve cell hyperactivity associated with anxiety, stress, and fear. So, this is another way of looking at that. If you have anxiety, stress, and fear, is it something that is natural for you to have, uh, considering the circumstances that you're under? Or is there something that may be causing it that's connected to GABA? So, what are the health benefits of GABA? Well, by slowing certain functions, GABA to be able to reduce stress, relieve anxiety, and improve your sleep. So if you're feeling anxious or stressed out, can't sleep, maybe it's something that you should look at and determine, what ways, if any, can I improve the GABA neurotransmitters. Now, glutamate, on the other hand, is the main excitatory neurotransmitter in your brain, permitting the chemical messages to be carried from nerve cell to nerve cell. To have a properly functioning brain, a delicate balance must be maintained between the inhibitory effects of GABA and the excitatory effects of glutamate. Now, who knew, right? How many, be honest, how many people knew, I've heard about GABA, right? But until I did my research, I didn't know as much about it as probably I should have to help me determine what I need to do for myself on my health and wellness journey. I've never had a doctor talk to me about GABA or glutamate. Have you? I mean, so how many people really knew? And it's not a shame not to have known about it, or maybe to have only briefly heard about it in passing. Now, GABA also works together with another neurotransmitter, serotonin. In fact, many neurotransmitters work together and against each other and must maintain a certain relationship to achieve a properly functioning body and brain. Again, who knew? And if we had known this before, maybe we would be better health all around, Maybe, maybe not, but who's to say? What possible mental health conditions occur when there is an imbalance in your GABA? Decreased GABA activity may contribute to anxiety and mood disorders, schizophrenia, autism spectrum disorder, depression, epilepsy, and seizures. Again, wouldn't you have liked to have known this information? Wouldn't you have liked to have been able to have a mental health professional or a doctor, uh, medical doctor, talk to you about this if you're having issues that might be occurring in one or more of these areas? So, are there any medical health benefits to increasing your GABA levels? While the impact of increasing GABA levels may be beneficial, it is believed that an increase would help treat or prevent health conditions, including high blood pressure, insomnia, and diabetes. Now, I know people that have diabetes. I've never once heard them tell anyone, including myself, that they had a doctor talk to them that their diabetes could have some impact, because be affected by their GABA levels, and they need to do something about. I've never heard that. Never once has that come up in a discussion. Now, you may have an entirely different experience, but that's not been my experience. So now, is GABA available as a supplement? Yes, but there is no evidence to show that the supplement could pass through your blood-brain barrier and be effective. Now, why is that? If there is an importance that we know about GABA, why have there not been any real studies done on GABA? And so that we could be using the increased levels to help us in certain areas of our life. I mean, again, I've seen no studies on it myself, except what I'm going to be showing you in a moment through research. And those are studies that were done a long time ago and really with no conclusions that we can bank on. Now, some experts say the positive effects that people report from increased GABA may be a placebo response. Others don't believe that GABA supplements cross the blood brain barrier at all. This means they are unlikely to have any effect on the body. However, some studies report positive effects from taking GABA supplements. And, we have to look at this because, as we know, with the pharmaceutical industry, I don't think they're very supportive of supplements, right? Because it's not putting money in their pockets when they have doctors write prescriptions. And so even, you know, most or all supplements these days are kind of frowned upon by the industry and by certain doctors that don't want you to take supplements, but would rather write you a prescription for you to take a pill. Now, some say that with an increase in your GABA level, that it enhances your thinking and task performance abilities. A study from 2015 found that a person enhanced their ability to prioritize and plan actions by taking 800 milligrams of GABA supplementation per day. Although the study was small, involving just 30 healthy volunteers, it showed how GABA supplementation might promote enhanced thinking. Now, again, this was 2015. But the editors have retracted the article. Investigations by the Universität Leiden has concluded that data from 16 participants were excluded from the results of the trial reported in the article. The exclusion of these data is not disclosed in the article, and the editors therefore no longer have confidence in the results and conclusions presented. Okay, some say that supplements uh, reduce your stress. An older study, again, an older study from 2012, found that taking 100 milligrams of GABA daily helped reduce stress due to mental tasks. Like many other studies related to GABA, the study was small and involved just 63 participants. My conclusion from that, from what we've been talking about and the studies from a long time ago and very small studies, is that there's no money to be made here, right? The big pharmaceutical companies can't make money. Therefore, the studies that we could do just aren't profitable and beneficial because they're not financially beneficial, right? That's what I'm seeing. That maybe it's just a jaded way of looking at it, but that's what I'm seeing. Now, they also say that it helps with workout recovery and muscle building. A 2019 research study from the the National Institute of Health, asked 21 healthy males to take a supplement with whey protein or whey protein plus GABA once a day for 12 weeks. Again, a small study. The participants performed the same resistance training exercises twice a week, and the researchers measured the results. The researchers found that the combination of whey protein and GABA increased levels of growth hormone compared to whey protein alone. Although this was another small study, the researchers concluded that GABA supplements might help build muscle and assist in workout recovery. They recommended that researchers conduct more studies. Haven't seen more studies, but doesn't mean they're not coming, but I don't see anybody rushing out to do those studies. Now, are there any health risks to taking the GABA supplements? The potential side effects. Clinical studies suggest that taking up to 120 milligrams of GABA per day as supplements for 12 weeks is unlikely to cause adverse effects. People should take care when using them with other drugs. Using them with medications for high blood pressure or epilepsy may increase the impact of those drugs. And as always, before purchasing GABA supplements or eating certain GABA containing foods, uh, talk to your healthcare provider about the best approach to treat your health condition. I would be curious to know what your health provider says about GABA. Maybe they don't know much about it and they're not going to be able to talk to you much about it and just recommend you take pills. There are prescription medicines that do target GABA, benzodiazepines, barbiturates like sedatives, and many other types of medications. Valium, I believe, is one. Now, is GABA in the foods that you eat? Well, GABA is present in some fermented foods, including kimchi, miso, and tempeh. It's also found in green, black, and oolong tea. And let me say here to you that, as many of you know, I make homemade kombucha. Love it, love it, love it. I did a lot of research on kombucha. I feel that there are a lot of benefits for your, at least my health and wellness journey. You would have to make that decision on your own about your own health and wellness journey. But I use black and oolong tea in my kombucha. So, other foods that contain GABA or boost the production in your body include brown rice, soy, and azuki beans, chestnuts, mushrooms, tomatoes, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, sprouted grains, and sweet potatoes. So, there are a lot of benefits to what I just read off to you, even if GABA is not present, and even if you're not looking at what GABA does or doesn't do. Eating what I just read is absolutely tasty and, I would say, mostly healthy for most people. Now, they say eat more foods that contain GABA or boost GABA production. GABA isn't really found in a lot of foods unless they're fermented foods, like we just read. But there are foods that naturally boost the production of GABA in your body. These include whole grains, fava beans, soy, lentils, and other beans, nuts, especially walnuts and almonds, sunflower seeds, fish, especially shrimp and halibut, and fruits and vegetables such as citrus, tomato, berries, spinach, broccoli, and potatoes, and cocoa or cocoa. Now, I eat the Alter Eco chocolate, which is dark chocolate, has about 70 to 80% what they call, cocoa or cocoa. And so that's really good. Maybe that boosts my GABA production. I'll take it. Now, like supplements, it's not fully clear if eating GABA containing foods allows GABA to reach your brain. More studies with large numbers of people need to be conducted. Yes, 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 and yes, they do. But again, is that going to happen? Because what is the financial gain? If you can convince people in a supplement, I guess, and sell a lot of supplements, it's not like a certain pharmaceutical company, starting with the P that we know about, that became filthy rich about 3 years ago. I should say filthy richer about 3 years ago by convincing people that they needed to take a certain needle thingy, let's just say. All right. So I don't think you're going to make the kind of money on a supplement that you make on a medication or a vaccine. Now, how can I potentially increase GABA naturally other than by eating some foods? As we talked about, drinking tea with high GABA content, like green tea, white tea, and oolong tea naturally have high amounts of GABA. Some tea companies also add GABA to their tea blends for an additional boost. If you already enjoy drinking tea, this is probably the easiest way to naturally increase GABA. L-theanine, one of the key amino acids found in tea, might also stimulate the production of GABA in your brain. Scientists are still researching this effect. Don't hold your breath for when those results are going to be forthcoming. Now, it says also to try yoga to naturally increase GABA activity. During one study, participants practiced yoga 60 minutes a day, 3 times a week for 12 weeks. Brain scans showed an increase in GABA in their brains. Participants also reported improved mood and decreased anxiety. Excellent. Practice meditation, and I would add to that praying and deep breathing every day. Research shows that meditation can increase the production of GABA in your brain as well as boost its activity. To get this boost, meditate for at least 20 minutes per day. And they say you don't have to do all the 20 minutes at once. You can break it up shorter sessions throughout the day. Deep breathing exercises are a good practice to get in a little short burst of meditation or prayer. You can even download free meditation and breathing apps for your smartphone that will take you through guided meditation and breathing exercises. And as we've talked about before, with those breathing exercises, you reduce your anxiety. Could that be because of the GABA boost that you're getting? I don't know. But I know with the deep breathing that it does reduce anxiety for me because I've done it and I know the proof is in the pudding. They also say that engaging in vigorous exercise to stimulate GABA production. Moderate exercise is great for your health, but it takes a little more effort to stimulate GABA production. Exercise at about 85% of your heart rate to be exact. Research shows that GABA production in your brain increases from an 8 to 20-minute session of vigorous exercise. And you could alternate vigorous exercise with moderate exercise to make it more doable. And as always, before you start any exercise plan, you should consult your doctor about, what's the right exercise for you. And, I can honestly say for me, I've never found a doctor that wanted to talk to me about what kind of exercise I should do, or even other than saying, go eat the Mediterranean food plan. That would be a great food plan for you to follow. Nothing other than that. Nothing, just very generalized, even when it comes to food, nothing specific about either food or exercise. But being as healthy as you can be and learning more about what can help you to become healthier is important to your health and wellness journey. That's why you should always do research to find out things that your doctor is probably never going to tell you, unless you have a really holistic doctor that believes in trying to do things naturally and without medication. And I say that knowing that there are some people that need medication. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are other people who don't need the medication that are told to take medication because the doctors just don't know what to tell you other than here, take this pill. I hope this has been helpful to you today. Again, as I said, I really didn't know a lot about GABA until I did some research on it, found out how it's really important. When you think about it, that information is important to know what it is so that you can take a look at it and decide for yourself whether or not you need to add a supplement, different foods, exercise, certain exercises, or whatever to help you boost that level because it's something that you feel that you need that will make you a healthier individual. It's a shame, with doctors, when you go in, I mean, each person has about what, 15, 20 minutes at the most with each doctor, and they don't really get to know you. They all, and I can't speak for all doctors. I've had really good doctors and other doctors that were like, whatever. But they don't have the time, I guess, or they don't choose to take the time to sit down and look at you and individually decide what it is that might be helpful to you. Now, I know that they sometimes send you off to a nutritionist and somebody who specializes, and that's great. But seriously, how many people do you know and have you known in your lifetime that either A, have been referred to a nutritionist or choose to go? A lot of people just don't. And so you never really get this information. So a lot of it is going to be you sort of maybe bouncing it off your doctor if the doctor knows about it. And most of the times they don't keep up with things, new stuff, and they don't know about it. And they want to really get you in there, write a prescription, and get you out for the most part. It's unfortunate, but that's the way our healthcare system in the United States and probably a lot of different places are set up to function. And it leaves you having to do a lot of the research on your own to determine what's best for you, in conjunction with talking with your doctor. So, reason I came on today, I'm not going to be able to come on tomorrow. So, I wanted to give you this information today. And if there's no questions, we'll just go ahead and end this right now. And until next time, if you have any topics that you want me to talk about that are just burning questions that you might have and research that you want done, let me know and I'll try to get that for the next topic that we discuss. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. If it has been, please share. And if you haven't done so already, please, if you will, subscribe to the Susan Knowles channel on Rumble so that in case I ever get kicked off of the other platforms, that you will know where to find me. So until next time, God bless you. Take care, and we'll see you soon. And good health to you.